What's up, guys? So today I'm making this video to pretty much go over the group play in soccer, and if you don't know how that works, I'm going to explain it to you, how the wins, the losses, the draws, how the point system works, and how it is that they get to move on to the knockout stage or the next round of 32. So it's a big deal because you normally there's only 32 teams in this group play, but this year they have added more. There's 48 teams in this group play. We'll go over who those teams are and what groups they're in, and ultimately get you caught up to date so that way you understand how the knockout stages work and how they move on to the knockout stage. So stay tuned, guys. Let's go ahead and get into it because there's a lot to discuss.
This is TT with Terry the Tiger.
Alright, guys, so as I was saying, this is the group. We have groups A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, all the way through L. More than we normally have because, again, the added of teams to make it 48 teams that have gotten it in here. And so we've got in Group A, we have Mexico, South Korea, Czechia, South Africa. In Group B, we've got Switzerland, Canada, Qatar, Bosnia and Herzegovina, NFT, or the national football team. Sorry for the pronunciations there. In Group C, we have Morocco, Brazil, Scotland, Haiti. In Group D, we have the USA, Turkey, Australia, and Paraguay. In Group E, we have Germany, Morocco, Ivory Coast, Ecuador. And in Group F, we have the Netherlands, Japan, Sweden, Tunisia. Over here in Group G, we have Belgium, Egypt, Iran, and the New Zealand. In Group H, we have Spain, Cabo Verde, Saudi Arabia, NFT, Uruguay. And in Group I, we have France, Senegal, Iraq, and Norway. In Group J, we have Argentina, Algeria, Austria, Jordan. And in Group K, we have Portugal, DR Congo, Uzbekistan, and Colombia. And in Group L, we have England, Croatia, and Ghana, and Panama. And I just want to point out that England is the favorite to win the whole thing. I'm not saying they are, but they are the favorite to win the whole thing. We also have this year the most teams from the continent of Africa playing in this World Cup. So congratulations and shout out to all of them because that is pretty cool. So going to go ahead and start out over here in this little group section of K and L. I wanted to wait a little bit to make this video because I wanted there to be some wins and losses so that way we can explain the way it all works. Because right over here you've got one win. One win gives you 3 points. One loss gets you nothing, obviously. And one draw gives you 1 point. So if you win, you get 3 points. If you lose, you get nothing. And that's how the point system works. Each team here in all of the groups will be able to play each other to ultimately add up the points, and whoever has the most at the end of this will go on to play in group stages. And as of right now, I'm going to go over here to Group A, because over here in Group A, we've got Mexico, who as of yesterday, as I'm making this video, they won their second game, giving them 6 points, guaranteeing them a spot in the play-in knockout stage, or rounds of 32. And so they are going to want to continue playing good, because should South Korea, who lost to them, potentially win their last game and Mexico loses their last game and doesn't get a draw, that would leave them at 6. South Korea would be at 6 as well. So they're going to want to play hard. And again, bringing you over to this section, because down here is going to be the best example of a draw scenario. Because as of right now, in this group H and G, should it end, which it won't, but should it end at 1, what they will do is going to add up the points scored in the game. And should they still be a tie with points scored in the game, because the points scored in the game is different than the points right here in this little system, because that is something that I've gotten questioned about and a little confusion about this whole group play with, Germany the other night scoring, 7 points in their game, but only having the 3 points. So again, that's the difference. Points scored in the game will come down if there's a tie. Also, yellow cards, red cards, penalty kicks, all of that will also come down to play should points be a tie both here and scored in a game. So there's a lot to all of those points differential right there, and they do come into play. So no matter if they're already in the group play for the knockout stage, they still want to play hard, because it could come down to a tie, and it could come down to who scored more points in a game. So they're all going to be playing tough, and as I've already said, they have to play each other 3 times, and so they're already starting the 3 times today here, because again, back to trying to explain a little bit more on the point system. You've got today playing Morocco and Scotland. Morocco has 1 because they had a draw with Brazil. Scotland had 3 points because they beat Haiti. However, Morocco and Scotland, they're playing against each other now, and should Morocco win, that'll give them 3 points, giving them a total of 4. Scotland will have a loss, giving them no points. That'll push them down, and Morocco will pretty much secure themselves that knockout stage round in the group of 32. So Scotland is really going to want to show up in this game, but that's how that points all works, win, losses, and everything. And so I keep talking about the knockout stage or the group of 32. Well, this is what it is. We've got round of 32, and then it'll go round of 16, and then it'll go to the quarterfinals, and then it'll go to the semifinals, and then of course it'll go to the finals. So that's what they are all working and playing hard to get to. They're playing hard to get to the round of 32 stage and have that better seed. So as of right now, I've put Mexico in there because Mexico is guaranteed a spot, having 6 points and having two other teams with 1 point. The scenario of South Korea winning and Mexico losing, it's very low, but it can happen. And if that does, Mexico's seed changes. So we've got Mexico here, and I believe the U.S. did qualify today as well to get into this round. So we've got that as well. So that's all there is as far as the knockout stage, and how the point system works, and how they move on to the knockout round and the rest of the tournament to the rest of the finals. So if you want to know all about that good stuff and about all of the action coming up, please like the video, subscribe, because the subscription will get you the updates, so that way you know what's going on, because the next couple of months are going to be some great soccer. The round of 32, the knockout stage, that will be starting June 28th. So Stay tuned, guys, because we've got a lot of great action in soccer coming up. Let's go.